today we're at Beaumont Leys Library, and throughout this whole week we're in different libraries across the city of Leicester talking about Operation Earth and climate change and looking at different things that we can do to help the environment. So we're making origami plant pots and putting seeds inside. We're looking at the ocean and the impact of ocean acidification. We've also got our biodiversity map, so looking at different types of animals and creatures in the environment and what we can do to help protect those and increase them by giving them an environment to live in, looking at adding extra plants and things like that. We want to raise people's awareness of what's happening and why it's happening. We hear lots of things in the news and on the television about COP26 and about climate change. We want to make it relatable, understandable and related to everyday life. So these are taster sessions for people across the city to take part in some of the activities leading up to a bigger event that we're holding on Sunday at the National Space Centre.
So here at the National Space Centre for Operation Earth and COP26, we're asking people to write down a pledge on how they can make a good impact on the environment. And as you can see, we've got lots of amazing ideas already. People have been talking about turning lights off, turning off the water when they're brushing their teeth, recycling more, reusing, and walking to school instead of getting in the car.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sandra Lee from the University of Leicester, but today I am Captain Climate Action. And I've come to the Space Centre to talk to our young people about how to be a superhero, a climate superhero most importantly. Talking about what kind of superpowers that we need in order to help deal with the climate emergency that we're looking at. So it's a kind of a non-scary way of looking at it for kids. Don't want to focus too much on the doom and gloom, more about actions. I get asked all the time, what is the one thing I can do for climate action? And it's a complicated answer, particularly complicated for kids. So it's just to give them a flavour of actually just normalising it and caring and learning more and looking at it, just to sort of empower them a bit more, because I think, and certainly what we're finding is that the whole issue of climate change is quite scary, particularly for young people. So if we can power them up and make them feel positive about the changes that are coming, then hopefully we'll equip them for future success.
This is the lovely Rita the Refill Roadster. We very kindly received an invitation to join the National Space Centre with Operation Earth. So we are trying to bring sustainable shopping to the mainstream and get more people on board to refill, reuse and recycle.
We make use of satellites which are constantly monitoring the whole globe over time, and we can use that information to see how the landscape is changing, how it responds to human activity, how it's responding to changing climate and things like that. We can learn an awful lot about the Earth from this perspective by looking down from satellites in orbit. That perspective is kind of unique in that we can look at the whole globe and how it's changing.
So it's great that this event is at the Space Centre today. The Space Centre is so close to the River Soar and the towpath along it as well. There's so many local and different environments. Outdoor volunteering is not just good for the environment, but it's also good for physical and mental health and just meeting like-minded people. There's always something people can get involved in. All the volunteering is within Leicester City, and you could get in contact with us if you want to know more.